Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Ring and Rant. We are up and away. It is Sunday for most people. It is Monday morning for me. What a weekend of results. Not the result we wanted. Sack watch is on. Someone's already gone. If you know, you know. But it's obviously out there for the world to see. And I would first off like to welcome Christina McMahon as a new member. Welcome, Christina. Thank you for joining the channel and hopping on and talking all things football. We are obviously a Wrexham-based channel, but it's great to have you here. Elizabeth Jones, Wayne Evans, welcome in. Glenda, hello. We are up and away. It is the Ring and Rant show, appetite for discussion. This is your show. This is your chance to call in and have your say. I will throw the link up in the chat there for everybody. I cannot believe the weekend that we've had. It started off early with Ipswich Town absolutely trouncing Sheffield United. And lo and behold, coming out of that, Ruben Sellers, bye-bye. So, yes, it is a first sack watch of the season. And I tell you what, it probably won't be the last. In fact, I will guarantee it won't be the last because this is the toughest league in the world and it seems to have a very high turnover of managers. Now then, what was this weekend? It was the weekend for draws, really. Oxford United, Leicester, 2-2. Charlton Millwall, 1-1. Preston Middlesbrough, 2-2. Then we had Swansea Hull, 2-2. Coventry Norwich, 1-1. And Southampton Portsmouth, 0-0. Now, unfortunately for some of the other teams like Sheffield Wednesday, they lost 3-0. West Brom lost 1-0 to Derby County. Blackburn beat Watford 1-0. And our good old friends Birmingham went down 1-0 to Stoke. And then, as we know, Wrexham, not a great weekend. 3-1 loss at home. And I must admit, looked very ordinary to me. That's my opinion. It was midnight for me to watch this game, and I was ready just to go to sleep at halftime with the performance we were putting in. But I didn't. I stayed and watched the whole game in hope that we could come back and maybe do something. Parky could make some good changes at halftime and change the team around. But that didn't happen. So, yeah, that was a very frustrating middle of the night game of football to watch. And, yeah, was not impressed. So I'd love for somebody else to come in and give me their say on what their thoughts were on the game or anything else you want to talk about. We can talk about anything you want here at the Ring and Rant show. It's here open for discussion. So, yeah, it is very interesting that weekend results were just unbelievable, the amount of draws. But it goes to show you how tough this competition is. And while I'm at it, I might as well throw up the table. So here we go. Middlesbrough played out their draw and managed to stay on top of the table on 13 points with 5 games. So we're through 5 games now, people. 4 wins and a draw for Middlesbrough. Stokes had 4 wins and a loss to be on 12 points. Bristol City, 3 wins, 2 draws, 11 points. Leicester, 3 wins, a draw and a loss for 10 points. West Brom the same. And then we get down to the last playoff position. At the moment, with the rumours of new laws around, or not laws, but new format being touted, that we go to an 8-team system. So we go all the way down to 8th, which would be interesting. So, yeah, that is a great question, Elizabeth Jones. I was thinking the same thing. Chris Wilder should have never been sacked in the first place. I mean, let's face it, they had 92 points last season, just missed out on automatic promotion to 2 unbelievable runaway point scorers last season. And they then obviously didn't have any luck in the playoffs. So, yeah. George Wilson is saying Wilder is back. Is that official, George? Please let me know. I will check that. So I haven't heard that officially, but to be honest, I haven't long got up this morning and had my breakfast. So yeah, it was. I don't know. So yeah, we will wait and see whether you've got that as an official. Sheffield United to reappoint Chris Wilder as manager after sacking. That's in The Guardian. So here we are. Chris Wilder is poised to make a surprise return at Sheffield United and manage his boyhood club for a third time after Blades sacked Ruben Sellers, following 6 defeats from 6 games. Well, it's 5 defeats from 5 games, to be honest. I guess if they're counting Caribou Cup, United acted after Sellers' side. Wilder was dismissed after losing the championship playoff, which was very harsh. Was very, very harsh. So we'll see. It's not official yet. It hasn't been announced. But I tell you what, that would be great to see him come back to his childhood team. I didn't know that was his childhood team. What I did know was he was a great bloody manager for them. I will say that. So, yeah, I mean, and, 0 points after 5 rounds of the championship, not exactly a great place to be coming back to. But if anyone knows how to get that team going, it's him. Because at the moment, Wrexham, we're totally safe. I don't know what you're talking about, Elizabeth Jones. We're 2 points clear of relegation. We're fine. There's nothing to worry about. So, well, actually, there is a lot to worry about. We've really got to turn this around. Now, I guess in good news for us, we have to, get these players on the pitch. We've got the arsenal, lack of a better pun, to do the job, but we have to get out there. They have to get playing well together. And, turnaround was really a really disappointing A, result, and B, performance, And are we digging ourselves into a hole, Josh Anthony? I think we are, at the moment. But is it a hole we can get out of? Yes, I believe it is. So, the link's there, people, if you want to come in and have your say. As everybody's saying to jump in, got 24 people in here. Don't forget when you get in here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Come on in and have your say, because this is your show. I definitely can't carry it for however long that would be. So I'm more than welcome to have anybody come in and have their say or talk about whatever they want to talk about. You could talk about any of the other teams. It was interesting, the late game for the weekend was Southampton v Portsmouth, and that was a 0-0 draw yesterday. So my thoughts on rumours about Parky getting sacked A to Z EV. Well, I haven't heard the rumour. I mean, where's that rumour coming from? I think we're a way away from that, to be fair. But I think we absolutely have to turn this around and start to get into playing some much better football, to be honest. I mean, playing some football like we played last season in that jersey right there, so I haven't heard any rumors. I think it's just general chit chat. That is what happens when your team's not going well. Ruben Sellers, it definitely was rumors because of how horrific their start was to the season. I mean, not only have they lost every game, they're at -11 in the for and against. They've only scored 1 goal in 5 games and conceded 12. Now, 7 of those were to Coventry. So, not exactly, and that was their goal, so they've conceded 5 other goals so far, which is not great in the 4 other matches. So, yeah, it's tough going for them, but, they've made the decision. They've made it early, so they have plenty of time to turn it around, Sheffield United, and they're too good a side, I think, to get relegated, which means all the teams from, I'm going to say, at the moment, 10th, all the way down to 21st or 23rd. Let's say 23rd. Let's, not just wipe away Oxford United and Sheffield Wednesday just yet. But, that's a total of 14 teams that are still, well and truly a chance to get relegated, which includes us sitting in 21st. So, yeah. Yeah, and the media will start this because it's a story, and you can make a story. So yeah, there would be rumors because it makes good ratings. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I think that's not unheard of. But yeah, people, don't forget, I've got the chat here. Happy for you to come in. Don't have to put your camera on. Have your say. Be great to hear from some new people or anyone that's been on before. That's totally fine. Otherwise, it will be a fairly short show. So yeah, but yeah, I think interesting. Yeah, it will be interesting. I think the rumor may stem from a meeting where, here we are, Nick Donnellan. What have you said here, Nick? I think the rumor may stem from a meeting where they possibly decided to hire a centre back coach after the Chris Phillips sighting, but maybe it is just to hire him as the academy manager. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering what the emphasis was on the, Nick. It really did make me made me lose my conversational tone. But yeah, that's funny. But anyway, yeah, maybe the academy manager. I mean, look, we definitely have to turn around the performance. I can handle a loss. I just can't handle a loss in that manner. You know, and I think we can talk about, you know, the team that we put on the pitch, how that team performed. I admitted I wasn't happy with Macca starting, and he was totally exposed. Totally exposed. They just ran past him. And a couple of times he gave away very, very obvious free kicks because he knew the player was going to get past him, so he just pushed them over. I can remember one distinctly where he was in the middle of the field and just pushed the guy over because he was going to get around him. Yeah, you stop the player getting by, but you're giving away a free kick. All you're doing is sort of putting your team under more pressure going forward because it increases the chance of the next one being a yellow. So yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens out of that. You know, we need Kakache back. We need Kabore on the pitch to show what he can do. We need all these new players on the pitch. Yep. Yes, I do. Let's look up that result. I'll look that up for you now because I think we need to give them the due credit that they deserve because they've started the season very well. If they've had another win, that's 2 from 2. And absolutely, okay, here we are, 3-2 to against Barrytown United. Fantastic. Well done, ladies. I'm very happy for them. And I think that it is going to be a very, very good season for our ladies team. In fact, I think they're going to have a much more successful team than the men this season. There is talk of us trying to build that team to go forward into the up the table and into the national, the English division, which would be fantastic. Well, Matt, their defence might be as bad as the men's at the moment. I don't know. I haven't seen the game. What I do know is they were good enough in attack. They scored 3 goals, so that's fantastic. Let's have a look here at the result. So Barrytown United at the Rock, 3-2. Come on. Won't bring up the result for me. Maybe I'll have to go back to the homepage. I don't want to look at the men's result. That was disgusting. I want to go back to the women. Let's talk about something more positive. Denny D, at least the women know how to get it done. You tell them, Denny D. Girl power. I love it. I love it, you know. No, they're not playing in the top division. That is not the case. But that's okay. They're making their way up. So let's have a look. Here we are. Okay, so we scored in the 70th and 2 goals in the 82nd minute. So interestingly, they're the changes. They're the changes. Sorry. Let's have a look here. Both netted goals, wins from victory. Because I did not watch this game, I will admit. Because I was asleep, you're right. Snape doubled the lead in the 24th minute. So we scored 2 goals by the 24th minute. Katie Buck extended the lead further on the half hour, the 30th minute. Okay. Having been in firm control at halftime, however, Wrexham were masters of their own downfall after the break. First, Phoebe Davis deflected a low left wing cross into the own net in the 47th. And then Equalise in the 53rd. Interesting. That does not make sense to me. But that's okay. If no one wants to come in, we might be cutting it short today. I have thrown the link in. This is your chance to have your say, people. That's the whole idea of this show. We're happy to get people in and have their say, and they can. I'll chat about whatever you want, and we can take down a topic that you like. So yeah, I'll give people a couple more minutes to see if they want to come in. So yes, women scored 2 early goals. Nick, I'd say that's meant to be. Your typing's not on point today, Nick. And then screwed around like we had won it and almost dropped points. Josh Anthony can come in 10. Well, people, you got 10 minutes to put me out of my misery. So yeah, that's quite funny. I know Josh is getting ready to travel. He's off to Mexico for work. Yeah, so that's quite funny. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I mean, look, moving forward, let's have a look at the upcoming games, matches for the women. I'm going to cover the women first. Yeah, let's have a look. Coming up for the women. 7th of September. This is fixtures. Come on. I'll tell you what, Wrexham website, bloody terrible. Sunday, 21st of September at 11 p.m. my time. So that would be the 20th of September for most people. It'll be a game. Where are we? We're away to the New Saints, okay, for the ladies. So there we go. That is the next game for the ladies, and hopefully they can continue on their merry way. And when you try and click on the table for the women, nothing there. Wrexham Football Club, if you're watching this, get onto it and fix your website so that people can make that their choice to go and get information, not other sources. So I'm going to put you on notice, Wrexham Football Club. Fix your website. Absolutely terrible. Yep. There we go. There's my rant. Now I don't even have to ring in. I'm here. I'm having a rant. So, and the men. Okay. So, and when you click on the men, and then it takes you back to fixtures, but because I was on table for the women, it brings up the table for the men. Absolutely terrible in the back end of this website. Seriously, could get a child to do better than this. But our next game, here we are, away to Norwich. Not exactly fun, people, but there we go. So 5 days. So, yep, okay, so we're playing. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm not excited. I'm very worried about this game. Yeah, very worried about this game. We're away to Norwich. Going to be tough. But we tend to play better against the tougher teams. Yeah. So, interesting. But, yeah. So, and Elizabeth Jones, there you go. Absolutely. Apparently, Ken, the ticketing site still said that the game was at the Rock. Some people actually hadn't heard it, had been moved. Bad for the Wrexham media team. Wrexham media team, Wrexham website, guys. Get on it. And let's get this. So, and Danny D, I will explode if he starts Macca again, because I don't even think he should make the bench. That's my take on it. There you go. I'll say it. I'll say it right now. I don't even think he should make the bench. It's as simple as that. When I look at the squad we have, and even with the players that we had available on the weekend. So we had Longman on the right, and we had Barnett on the bench. We had Kabore on the bench. So you could have started Longman on the left, Barnett on the right, Kabore on the bench, and not even had Macca on the bench. Now, there we go. So, yeah. So it's simple as that. It's just absolutely terrible that, and Macca, you've done a great job for us and through the leagues, getting us all the way to the championship. And, and I'm a massive fan of your work ethic, and I'm a massive fan of, your attitude and what you put in on the field. But unfortunately, you're just getting overrun at the moment. They just put someone on with a bit of quick. Steve Barton, I don't even think that's in question. I think the ladies will do better than the men. Not to say that I think the men are going to get relegated. I think we'll stay up, but I think it's going to be hard. George Williams, I think Longman left and Kabore on the right. I think so too. I just meant for last weekend with Kabore maybe not quite being ready. So, yeah, I would have started with Longman and Barnett and then brought Kabore on. But they didn't do that. Yep. Yeah, doesn't wash with me, Gene. It was one pass. Doesn't wash with me. So, yeah, but fair point. I'll take that. It was a great cross. A game is played over 90 minutes, not over a moment. Clip that one up. Yeah. No, I don't know that Carol, I can understand that argument. I wouldn't have dropped him, but there's no way I would have extended his contract. Just wouldn't have done it. Yeah. Yeah. So, Bruce, yeah, it might be on for injury cover. That's a fair comment. But, he would be my last choice to start. Ken, read my previous above, please. Jay, let me go hunting for you. Okay. Here we go. Jay, I'll read it for you. Parky has been given a 5-year contract, and the reason why Ryan was over apparently signed on Friday. Being mentioned on Facebook fans group page and a little on X now, allegedly. Ooh, yeah, I missed that one, Jay. I'm glad you've put that comment in there. And, as simple as that sounds, Parky, I'm not on sack watch for Parky, but I do think that he needs to, and, we're not behind the curtain, so we don't know the player availability for the weekend. But, irrespective of that, we looked terrible at the end of the first half, and he should have made changes, in my opinion, at halftime. Now, my opinion's not worth the paper it's written on because I'm just a fan, and we'll all have our say. It's as simple as that. But I definitely thought we needed to make changes at halftime to mix it up and try and just turn that game around, because the first 10, 15 minutes, we looked really good. But the problem is, in the first 10, 15 minutes, QPR figured us out, started running around Macca, and then opening us up and just tore us apart. Now, admittedly, everybody goes on about Kone and how good he is and this, that, and the other. The first goal was terrible. Yeah. And then the next one was nothing special. So I wasn't that impressed with Kone, but he was in the winning team, so good luck to him. So, yeah. But anyway, so looks like I finally got a caller jump in, and they're just getting ready. So I will wait a minute, and I'll cover some other comments here. I don't think Wrexham women should go into the English division. If we want the Adran Premier to grow, Welsh teams have to stay within it. It should be seen as a stepping stone into better leagues. Yes, Luce, but you can. Unfortunately, you can't make that. We can't make that decision. I think for the best exposure, they probably have to go into the Premier, but they would have to spend and get some seriously better players. Yeah. So yeah, Carroll's not happy if he's not bringing anything, and we're not dropping him. What are we even doing? Hayham has to come in for Cody next game. Cody was not awful. It was some of the stuff in front of them and getting exposed, unfortunately, in my opinion, Tom, and you're entitled to your opinion. So I totally respect that. But Hayham's got to come in for Max. Simple as that. That's my opinion. And I'm happy for everybody to have a different year. A different take on it. Yeah. Seeing Connor Cody struggling was very disheartening. Yeah, but you've got to remember, Carol, he's struggling because of what's happening in front of him. And in front of him was absolutely terrible. Yeah, Wrexham confirmed the agreement for a new contract for Phil Parkinson in August 2025. There you go. Sheaf has to start over James. Yes, Matt, you're absolutely right. Parky needs to know. A lot of us expecting to go, this 5-year project. I think it's a 2-year project, Elizabeth Jones. Yep. No. Wayne Evans isn't happy. 5 years is crazy. He's going to end up with a huge payout if it doesn't work out. Very fair comment. Yeah, but it was too easily exposed. And then that second goal, he just had too much space. How a player can have that much space is beyond me. And it was a great strike. But yeah, and I'll just cover this one off before I bring in this other new guest that we have for the show. Steve Barton's super chat. If we only had a really fast wingback we could use. Oh, wait. Yeah. Do we have any really fast wingbacks? I'm not sure. Yeah. Great point, Steve. I take that on. Well, okay. So let's see. Who have we got here today?
First time caller, long time listener.
What did you think of so first off, origin story, where are you from? What's your name?
From Connecticut originally. Yeah. I've been following Wrexham my entire life. My entire 25 years.
You're in 20. Yeah.
Wow,
you've had a hard life. Looking tough, looking rough for 25.
The most shot out 25-year-old out there.
lived it fast and hard.
Just absolutely just crushing life. Hey, how are you? Good Sunday. I was doing some stuff, and I was like, no one wants to talk to Ken. And I was like, all right, I'll talk to Ken. No, yeah. Come on now.
I'll tell you what, people should really pay attention to Wayne Evans' comments. Like, this guy played professional football. You're exactly right, Wayne. Don't go throwing shade. Don't go throwing shade on Cody. You've got to get past the rest of the team to get to Cody. Yeah. And when they're that exposed, the defender's got nothing to do. When Wayne Evans plays rugby league, it'd be like in rugby league, you have a position called the fullback, who's the last line of defense. And he's there normally just to cover kicks down the field. But when the players get through, it would be like the rest of the team just letting the other team get through and the fullback having to stop them. It's just impossible. And that's exactly what happened with Cody on the weekend.
It's a very simple thing that happened yesterday. You said it. I had my rant yesterday on the show. Hopefully everyone doesn't hate me now. But there were holes. There was a hole on the left side that pulled everyone out. The hole, Matty James was not getting back himself. And they just kept pumping down that right side. And it's a shell drill. Think about it. It's supposed to move. I don't know if anyone watched Liverpool today. I was watching Liverpool. They all moved as one. They're moving as one unit. And when one gets pulled out of position, the other one has to cover. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, I got to say, again, back to Liverpool. The kid, Kirkus got a yellow card within the first 20 minutes. And his manager pulled him after 37 minutes because he was getting pulled out of position and he was at risk of getting a yellow card. Now, Macca didn't get a yellow card, but we saw that, and Arne Slot was like, get him out. I'm done. He's like, here, out. That's the detriment, and that's the detriment to what happened yesterday. And Parkinson needs to, 5-year contract or not, whatever that is, I don't kind of believe that. He needs to be not reactive. He needs to be active, not reactive.
Yeah. And look, Tom Evans is having a difference of opinion to us, and that's totally fine, Tom. His position is too deep. I'm going to go back and watch it again to take your point on board and see if what I'm seeing is wrong, because that's not what I'm seeing.
Do you know why he was too deep? Because he was covering for Macca, who was way up the pitch. So he was playing back. He was playing back to cover as best he possibly can. Cody's a good player, and I know he's 21, 22 years old?
No, 22. He's a bit older than that, I think.
I think he's 21.
Anyway, that's okay. Keep going.
No, I think he's 21. But if you want to have that debate about like Cody's positioning is terrible, I think you're wrong. I think he was covering for Macca, who was he was way up the field and couldn't get back himself. So he was sitting deeper. And in fact, he was on line with Cody. If you watch it back, he was on line with Cody where Cody was staying.
Okay. Time out. This is gold. Just had this new guy come into chat telling me he's 25.
Oh, I thought he said, sorry. I thought he was talking about Doyle. My bad. Yeah, sorry. Cody.
Okay, because Cody's 32.
I thought he said Doyle. I mean, Doyle. This is what happens when don't listen to me. I'm out. See you later.
I'm just thinking, no wonder Josh thinks he's 25.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Sorry, I'm talking about Doyle.
Okay, yep. He's 21. And Josh, you were right.
Right?
You were right.
Yeah, thank you. It says nobody, but I'm talking about Cody. Sorry, you talking about Cody. I was talking about Doyle. I apologize to everybody. Sorry.
All good.
Yeah, sorry.
All good.
That's what happens when I'm nervous. I'm nervous. It's my first time. I'm nervous.
First time, yeah. I tell you what, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and the other thing, that was the other guy that just got put under immense pressure, Callum Doyle, because of Macca.
Because of Macca, and all getting pulled out of position. Yeah, too. How many games do you think Parkinson has to figure it out?
He's got days. He's got the next game to figure this out.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not saying Parky out or anything. That's not what I'm saying, but he's got to. Yeah.
Me either. I'm not saying Parky out, but I'm saying get a better structure and team on the pitch for the next game. And I honestly don't mind if we lose. I just want to see a better performance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we had chances. It wasn't working. I don't know. It just wasn't working. Did you listen to Parkinson's
post-match?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, unfortunately, the post-match interviews for me aren't worth the digital footprint they're done on because it's the normal stuff. We started. Okay, so here we go.
Ken, hey, Ken, how was your game today? What did you think about? Tell us what happened.
Well, I thought the lads came out really well and, started to put in a pretty good performance there in the beginning. And we looked really good in that first 10, 15 minutes. Then after that, we, unfortunately, we let in a really lucky goal. It was lucky, really. It's no real fault of the boys. But then after that, we just didn't perform and we didn't seem to be able to hold our position and do what we could do. And we've got to go back to the training pitch through the week and figure it out and get ready for next week.
Mm-hmm. 5 yards off. He said 5 yards where we should have been. 5 yards. Not one, not two.
Yeah.
5 yards.
Like, it's just like post-match. And that's no slight on Parky. That's a slight on every post-match interview. It's just word vomit.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could be the interviewee and sit there. And you can't do it because it'd never happen. You'd never be allowed to interview again. But it'd be like, well, Parky, you look great for the first 10 or 15 minutes. But after that, you just look terrible. Can you explain to me what happened today?
Yeah. I'll tell you, though, he's not happy to be there. You know what I mean? These guys want to win football matches. And building. I mean, Jesus. I mean, if we're just happy to be here, I'm sorry. I can't be that support. I mean, I will always support the club and want to do better. But I'm not going to be the guy that's like, I'm just really happy to be here. Oh, great. We won. No, I said it yesterday. I'm not going to be just like super happy that we're just like happy to lose 3-0 at home and have them celebrate on our pitch. I just can't get behind just like really happy to be in the championship. Sorry. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards.
You know who else isn't happy with just being there?
Mm-hmm.
Rob and Ryan.
Of course. Yeah. I disagree with what she's saying. I mean, last few seasons on promotion, we built the next. Not disagree, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think we need to remember that in the last few seasons, since our promotion from National League team, we've built on a base of extant players,
existing
players, maybe, who knew each other like muscle memory. They are almost all new players. They're professional footballers. That doesn't wash with me. Mm-hmm. And that's your opinion, Karma, and I respect it. But for me, not good enough. They're professionals. Play better.
They need to get on the pitch and play together for sure. They need that.
I mean, the premise of Hip Karma's comment, I take on board.
Spot on.
Yeah. That they do need to gel. They do need to get better playing together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see that. We'll see. Yeah, Pip Karma saying people are not plug and play. They don't know how each other works. Your structure is your structure. These guys have been playing football since they're like 5 years old. Mm-hmm. I mean, and don't get me wrong, they don't know then, but by the time they get to being 16, they start to understand really well structure and positioning. But it wasn't that they didn't know how to play together. It was that they got played around. They got outplayed.
Yeah. There was a lot of schoolboy tactics out there too. With you said Maka trying to just shove somebody to gain.
Just pushed him over. Like,
Yeah.
It was you go back and watch that. It was a proper push. He's like, this guy's got me beat. I'm just going to push him over.
By the way, we're just getting called out there by Liz Jones.
Okay, well there you go. See, I'm not that smart. See, I didn't know what extant meant. Extant.
No, that was a $4 word.
And I'm a 50-cent player.
I know. I know. I want to talk about we didn't. But did you see the ratings yesterday? I'll bring up I'll talk about the ratings in a second if you have a moment.
Yeah. You mean for our show or for the?
Oh no, our show is always zero. We're terrible.
I was going to say, geez, it's going to be
shoot the rehearsal. Somebody said shoot the rehearsal. I mean, yeah.
Ratings on
the players.
The player ratings. Oh my god!
I got them right here. You want to hear where they are?
Oh, this is scary. This is scary. Go.
Okay. AO 5. I thought he did better than that. Better than a 5. Max Cleworth 5. Connor Cody 4. Callum Doyle 5. Ryan Longman 5. George Dobson 6. I thought he was one of the best players in the pitch, though. I give him a 7. Matty James a 4. Oh shit. Lewis O'Brien a 7. Another good player. McLean a 4. Ryan Hardy a 5. Kiefer Moore a 7.
Wow.
That's a kick and Phil Mullins.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some pretty bad ratings, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some pretty bad stuff.
Yeah, wow.
Steve Barton. Look at
that. Steve, but another $10 super chat from you, Steve. Really appreciate it. I think we should spend another 30 million so that we got 50 million sitting on the bench. That'll be one damn good bench.
That's a good bench. It's a good bench. I like
That's
it.
half the stadium. That's half the stadium build, isn't it? It's actually it'd be more than that. That'd be the cop build.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Oh, I love the idea.
Yeah. Spend the money. Let's do it. Oh, black canvases. I think those are actually quite generous, actually, with those numbers. You should see what happens with the top Premier sides that lose. Oh, no. Did you see Manchester United today? I think everyone got like a 2. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, man. Yeah. What do you think of Ryan Hardy?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to bunch Ryan Hardy into the entire striker team, our entire striker lineup, and say that unfortunately those guys, they're pushing the proverbial uphill because the supply isn't good enough, which means they don't get to show their wares. Yeah. That's the problem. So I think it's real. Hardy didn't have the greatest game on the weekend, but again, the only forward that can sort of withstand this mediocre sort of supply is Kiefer Moore, because he's a target man. He's tall. The ball just has to get crossed to him from a long way away. Mm-hmm. Whereas your Sam Smiths, your Ryan Hardys, your Josh Windass, I'm going to put Harry Ashfield in there. All the striker front men need the avenues to be opened up better by players like, let me think.
Windass.
Kabore, Windass, O'Brien, Sheaf.
Broadhead, whenever he comes to whatever.
Broadhead. Yep. What's the common denominator there that I'm saying? Steve Barton. I appreciate that super chat, but I cannot read that out. I just can't. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Elizabeth Jones, though, I agree with that comment. When Ben Sheaf has trained for a few weeks with the team, he will hopefully start supplying the strikers with some passes to work with. Yes. So Danny D found it funny, and some people can find it funny. I just can't say it.
Yeah. Just can't say it. Jesus. Kabore hasn't had the training session yet, so that's why he's like, no, he hasn't even. I don't think he's touched the Wrexham pitch at all. And
I'm totally fine with that. Not with him sitting on the bench on the weekend, but even if he hadn't had a training match, the amount of trouble we were in, you've got to bring him on.
Yeah. You got to just throw him in there. You got to just throw him in.
You're down by 2 goals.
Yeah.
You have to do something.
Yeah.
And Hip Karma, as per usual, working with no support.
Well, I to that point. I think he, you know, like he should have crossed the ball he probably should have crossed that ball, but like he's in the graveyard shift, you know, he's absolutely in the graveyard shift. But it's, you know what the frustrating part is? And I think I said it yesterday too. The frustrating part is that we have a really good team. It's just not, we have really good team. Save Parky. I mean, yeah.
Hang on. I think actually here we I'm going to. Where are we here?
Save Parky.
Where's I can't see the bottom of the screen now to put my comments in. I'm really disappointed by that. Oh,
Maybe
there we go.
Different.
I'm putting a comment in there.
There you go. Who's Bevy up? They tried something different. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get that up in a second. Just give me 1 second. John Merrill, I love you throwing darts. It's fantastic. It is good. I'm a fan. I don't mind that. But what I'm going to say in response to that is that.
Say it, Davey. Lovely.
So yeah, because apparently your game wasn't much better, but at least yours was only 1-0.
This was a 1-0. Tom says, I think Parky is going to be loyal to Macca, and that's why he is being picked. If it's Parky's downfall, isn't it? Question mark. It should have been. I'm worried Kakacha has been injured twice already. He keeps re-injuring him at the same time. You know what I mean? So he needs to figure it out. Kakache, you're right. There's no balance there. But did you see Hardy though? Not Hardy. When Longman came on, he was over there like, give me the ball. You know, he just didn't go down that side with him.
Yeah. And can I ban John Merrill from the comments? Can I do that, Josh?
Or invite him in. Either one.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably better.
It is RingNRant.
It's RingNRant. Come in and have your say. Just, you know, don't just shout from the sidelines.
I know, like everyone else, you know. Like everyone else. Like you and I.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, you know, we're here for the people, Josh.
Yeah, we are. Listen, it's disappointing. I can't pretend like this makes me happy. I mean, yes, we sit there and kick every ball. Can't pretend like it makes me happy that we're sitting there getting our ass kicked. Yeah, but the only positive I'll take is we don't put our heads down. We keep trying, but we just are making mistakes, and I fear that we're digging ourselves a hole. I really do.
Yeah, I can live with losing matches. I just want to see better performance improvement. Now, is this the case that once we gel, things will start to mesh and we'll go better? Mm-hmm. I think it is. I guess I'm just impatient. I want it to happen quicker.
Yeah. I mean, it's still early doors, 5 games in. Now I'm thinking like, we have the Carabao Cup on the 23rd. I don't think we need it at this point right now. I think we might have. Where you brought up the table? Where are we at the table?
Oh yeah. I've got that here. We're comfortably in 21st.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Look at that form.
We're 2 points clear of relegation. We're totally fine.
We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Sheffield to turn around to get the bounce.
Hip Karma's stolen John Merrill's comment in other news. Water wet. Yeah, well, fans impatient. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. It's Steve Barton.
No,
I'll put up that.
That's great.
I'll put up that. It's not a sad day. I'm happy for the ladies. I want them to do fantastic. But what I do want is just our men to do better.
Yeah, that's great for them. They won 3-2, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm not going to turn everything to like, oh shit, we should have done this, should have done that. You know, thanks for the super chat, Steve. But I oscillate between this patience thing, trying to be understanding, but also trying to be a fan in the crowd where I'm like, come on, guys. You know, I don't want to see us lose. And I don't want to be the cliche of like, well, we told you it was a championship, you know? And it's just, I don't want to do that. And I think
No.
that's.
I mean, look, that's a fair comment by George. First year in the championship in 40 years. But in saying that, what you got to remember is in 40 years, what that means is this team has nothing to do with the team 40 years ago.
No, you're not playing the badge. You're playing the people in front of you. Like that.
That's right. Yeah. So interesting. I'm just reading Bruce. Bruce, now, while the defense is a mechanism, the attack is chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Wrexham is already dangerous on attack without having gelled yet.
Yeah.
When they gel, they will pull off some upsets. I think our biggest problem right now is our structure through the midfield and the wingbacks. And
no, it's one wing back. No, I think it's the midfield and one wing back. They're targeting one side.
Well, my point to that is don't get me wrong. Yes, Macca shouldn't be on the pitch, in my opinion. But my overlying thing about that is the bigger picture is, are we playing the right formation?
I said, do we want to have a real talk as if like the camera's not on right now? I mean,
okay. Let's do that. So George, I went. So Josh, I went up, got absolutely hammered last night.
No, do we want to really have real talk about what's going on and none of this? Like, I mean, Tip Karma's going to kick my ass, I'm sure, but do we really want to have real talk?
Well, the thing is, like a lot of. You don't get that. You don't get that here on our channel where we just say the things to stay politically correct and not upset anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think the simple fact of the matter is that the players do need to gel. Yes. And I'm on that. Yep. B, I'm worried that we're not flexible enough in our structure, and that's going to take time as well.
Yep.
So, and I think this season, Parky will do that. And I'm saying that, and I'm 55% certain that'll happen. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not confident, you know, but I think that if he does do that and the players start to gel, well, then we will finish mid-table.
Okay.
But that all has to happen.
There's a lot that needs to fall into place.
Yep.
Real talk, I'm worried that I think we will figure it out, but I'm also worried that we won't, obviously, because whatever, that we're too rigid. We're too rigid. We have players that, like, I think Parkinson, I don't want to use the word, Parkinson has the manpower to go and do what he needs to do. And yes, I do believe he needs time to do that, but he needs to do it faster than expected, because we have dropped points that we should have on the table, right? In the winning column right now, or at least draw column.
Well, couple of draws,
couple of draws. The Southampton, and that's being naive, not making subs, giving up a free kick, the Dobson, on Southampton, and him putting a beautiful strike, things like that, getting punished. So we're punishing ourselves at that point. You right?
Yeah. Is that because winter is coming, Steve? Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Yeah. What are they called in there? The White Walkers, or what are they called?
Yeah, the White Walkers. Yeah.
I mean, listen, we can't go doom and gloom and turn our community that way, but we have to be honest. And I'd like to see what he puts out for. I want to see what he puts out for Norwich. And you said you're nervous about Norwich, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, hang on. How couldn't you be? We're going away.
Where are they?
To a team, that's had 2 wins and a draw out of their first 5.
Where are Norwich in the league?
They're coming 10th.
Okay, so
on 7 points. So 2 wins and a draw. They lost their first match, then they won. They lost. They won. Their last 2 games are a win and a draw.
Okay. Middlesbrough are flying. Oh, yeah, I have it up here. You have it up. Well, you have the same thing.
Right, what do you want?
Oh, I got it right here. I was bringing it up too.
Yeah.
All right, so they're not firing all cylinders. Oh, John Merrill's here. Oh, show's over.
Well, now we can rag out not only how bad Wrexham played, but how bad Birmingham played. We can do it all.
Hey, brother.
Evening. Sack everyone, including the tea lady. Just get rid of everyone.
Get rid of everybody. Get rid of everybody. How bad were you guys yesterday?
Pretty bad, to be fair. Well, I say pretty bad going forward. Conceded a really pants goal on a set piece. But yeah, you can tell he doesn't, from our side of things, Davis doesn't quite know what his best attacking front three are. So he's changing a lot of different things. So,
did you have a chance to snatch a draw?
Not really. No. To be fair, we created one really good chance where one of their defenders made an incredible block on Stansfield, where you just think if he doesn't get in the way of that, it's 1-1. But no, we never really looked like it, to be fair. But I'll be honest, neither did Stoke. They went 1-0 up and sat everyone behind the ball and made it really difficult. So
Stoke. It's Stoke.
Yeah. They had a couple of the two wingers. Sorba Thomas played really well, and the other lad on the other side had our left back on toast. So
you bringing in Sean Dyche?
No, because we like to play football.
It's Josh. It's Norwich.
Norwich.
There you go.
Norwich. All right, cool. Did you happen to see our game, by the way? Can you give brutal honesty if you did?
I saw the highlights because I've watched the EFL highlights.
You got to watch QPR.
Yeah, I did have to laugh at the person who put cement in Cody's boots so he couldn't run for that goal.
You mean Doyle? For me, kidding.
Yeah, that was earlier in the show.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you think it's it? I don't see him as the problem.
Who, Cody?
Yeah, I don't.
The only thing I would say is I'm a little bit surprised how easy you guys are to score against. That's the one thing I didn't think would happen. So
yeah. Ken put Ken to sleep.
I'm just thinking how to respond to that, because I'm thinking, well, we weren't easy to score against last season, and that was Brunt, Cleworth, and either Scar or O'Connell. Mm-hmm. Now, if those three were the starting three at the back, then we are going to be fairly easy to score against. But it has more to do with what's around them. And because you only saw the highlights, John, Macca was absolutely dominated. McLean was dominated. Like, they just ran straight past him.
Should have been hooked in 10 minutes. Should have been hooked in 10 minutes.
Is that a surprise to anyone?
No. It's not. But it's a surprise that Parkinson did it. That's the surprise.
Yeah, I mean, isn't your normal left back injured?
But Ken
Longman can play on the left.
Longman can play on the left.
He clearly doesn't trust him to do it, though, does he?
No, it's true. That's bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who he's trusting at the moment isn't getting it done.
No, this is the thing with McLean is very much of a, all right, he's your backup, but the question I would have said at the start of the season, is he good enough to be your backup? As a total neutral, I would have said no, because I saw McLean play in the Championship years ago for Wigan, and he wasn't good enough then, so he hasn't got any better. So
I agree with that whole statement, John, except for the part where you said you're a neutral.
Underneath the Birmingham City
QPR. Yeah, sorry. No. Like I said, the only thing I would say is that I'm not sure you can take or read too much into last season, in the sense of, you were good last season at defensively. League One is an absolute light years away from this level. Always has been. So it's the same with our fans who sort of said that some of our players who were really good last season would step up. It's like, no is the honest answer.
If I was at my home, my actual home that I actually pay a mortgage for, I will reveal this now. I'm not at my house.
Here we go. Come on, buddy.
No, true.
The gloves are off.
The gloves are off. I had a piece of paper that I wrote on. You saw this. The thing that I wrote on the piece, everyone, you'll know this. I am not impressed with League One. We will go up no matter what. That's what I wrote on it and had the date on it. Like I said, I don't have it here because I'm not at my home. But yes, that's exactly what I wrote. I was like, I'm not impressed with League One. To your point, John, yes. We were all matching them in different ways in League One.
Steve Barton is doubling down on the fact that we just left all those players on the bench. He's just down for it today. He's on.
It's all in. John, what do you think our best lineup is on that? Thank you, Steve Barton. What's our best lineup?
That's a good question. I'd probably say.
Do you need the team in front of you, or no? You know the team by heart.
Yeah, just right. I'll help you out.
Yeah,
I'll help you out.
He's going to help you. I know you know it by heart. I get it, but yeah.
I'll be honest. I have no idea who your better goalkeeper is.
Well, he's injured. Let's go with AO just as the goalkeeper.
Yeah. I mean, as a back three, it's got to be Doyle, Hyam, and then one of any. I think I've made my feelings quite clear on Cody. I think he's a very experienced, very knowledgeable player, reads the game incredibly well. Mm-hmm. I see him very much like we had Grant Hanley last season as a 10, 15-minute guy off the bench to solidify your position, see a game out. If you're starting him, that would concern me because I think he's too slow, to be honest, especially for this level. Mm-hmm. And I think the wing backs are pretty obvious, isn't it? If fit, you've got your New Zealander left back, Kikachi left, and then you've got the new. Well, the thing is, you say the new lad. Has anyone actually seen him play? So
Kabore.
Yeah. So on paper, you would say yes, he would be the first choice right wing back.
He would be.
Yeah. Midfield, I would say you're playing O'Brien, Sheaf if he can stay fit, and I don't know if you play with somebody alongside them or whether you trust them to have a two in there.
I
personally would say if you've got Sheaf fully fit and O'Brien, you don't need another one in there. Then you can play another attacker. That I would say back the ability of the players, but I don't think your manager does that. I think he likes a three-man midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Said this earlier.
Yep.
If you play two in there, you can. I know you play a 10, and you can play two up front and a 10, couldn't you? Or you could play you play more up front on his own, a Windass in a 10, and then you could almost have a Broadhead floating either wing. As that float, just go and find the space.
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Sorry. Is Broad? I'm going to bring this down so I want to get the answer. I want everyone to hear this. Is Broadhead good and is Thomason good? You've seen these both guys play. I know why I like Windass, but is Broadhead good and is Thomason good?
Broadhead is good when, I'll be honest, and he's looked good in teams that play possession-based football and when he plays left wing, which you do neither of. So I'll be honest, yes, he's a good player. Why you signed him, I'm still kind of scratching my head to find out why, because you don't play to his strengths and you don't play the position he's best at. And the lad you signed from Bolton, no, he's League One.
Yeah. Okay. And then back to your point about playing two in the centre. What people have to understand, if you do that and you play a 10, you play two up front, then that means, and Josh is gone. He's had enough. Yep. And you play two up front. Well, that means that the defense has to cover that. They just can't overload the midfield and shut those guys down, because if those two players are good enough and you're trying to shut them down, you're exposed at the back line, and then you've got three players in front of you to score.
Yeah, but you're playing three at the back as well, aren't you? So you're playing three centre backs.
That's
do you
right.
really need another? My point
I
is,
agree with you.
do you need another bank of three in front of that? If you know what I mean. At some point, you've got to trust the people in the team, and then philosophy. It all comes down to what style of play are you? Are you a defensive minded, or are you, as I always say, do you go into the game worried about what the opposition can do to you, or do you go into the game saying, right, this is how we play, this is what we do, You worry about us. And I think your manager is the former, shall we say that, worries about the opposition, which doesn't make him completely, there's about 80% of managers in this league that do exactly the same.
And actually, let's go into something way less controversial. Sackwatch. Sellers. Johnny, what do you think of Sellers? Go on.
I think it was the most unsurprising news I think any of us read in the morning. I think the more surprising news is the name they're going to bring in to replace him.
You bringing him back?
Well, it sounds like they're bringing him back.
Yeah, done deal. I think it's a done deal.
So,
he's taking a piece to play tomorrow.
At what point in time? This is my problem with this whole scenario, right? Is Wilder should come back, but at what point in time do you then go, well, the management that sacked Wilder needs to go?
It's a fair point. Or you could say they've learnt from their mistakes. They made a bold decision and they realised they got it wrong.
Accepting, and making that's the harder thing to do. It's just I'm like, I effed up.
That's it.
Right?
John Wilder has John Merrill has just I've just realised John Merrill is now Hip Karma's brother from another mother, because they're just all about giving them all nice and chances. And I get all you people, and they admit this, and I'm here trying to bloody get things going. They're gone, sack them.
Yeah, but I always say, whenever you get a club that sacking a manager is never a bad decision. The reason whether it is decided a bad decision or not is who you replace them with. That decides everything. Sacking, any ownership should never be battered for sacking a manager, because it all depends on who they replace them with.
So who does? Go ahead.
Back that comment up then with, was it a good decision to sack Wilder at the end of last season? When you look at the first 5 games of this season?
No, because I don't think anyone said it was a good decision to sack him. But essentially, it wasn't his performances on the pitch that the reason they sacked him. It was all off pitch. They wanted to go in a different direction. He wanted sole control over transfers and how the club is run. He's an old school manager. They wanted to move into a new direction of how a lot more modern club. They didn't see eye to eye, and he went, no, I won't work under those conditions. They went their separate ways.
This close, that's stubborn. This close to getting you promoted, 92 points, and then you take a dump on it. Yeah, that's to whoever made that phone call, by the way, back to Wilder, I would love to put a fly on the wall. To be like, hey, Chris, it's Joe. What are you doing tomorrow night for dinner? We need to talk.
There's no way he's inviting me to dinner. This is how it works. Hey, Chris, it's Joe. Mate, look, congratulations on your 92 points, but unfortunately your performance in the playoffs just wasn't up to standard, and we've decided to go in another direction.
What about the call? I'm taking the call back. To call him back, the tail between your legs call.
Oh, the next one. The next call. So you do the next call.
Yeah, I was doing the next call. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you're doing the next call. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do it in a public place, so he's like, told you so, right?
Let's be honest, though. Wilder would never turn. I mean, he's a die-hard Blade. He's a die-hard Sheffield United. Yeah. He's never, as long as he's got air in his lungs, he's not turning them down, ever. No matter who is in charge.
If I'm him, I'd be going, I don't know what he's getting paid. I'll just pick. He's getting paid $2 million a season. I'll just pick that number.
Your salary, Ken. Your salary.
Yeah. Okay. He's getting paid $30 a year.
Yeah.
No. So anyway, just look. Yeah, understand you want me to come back. You're just going to probably have to multiply that salary by 2 now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say he holds all the cards, doesn't he? I'm going to say he will demand everything. He will demand all the things that were questionable at the end of last season. He's going to say, I want this, that, and everything, and they're going to have to say yes. So,
and on that, it's not just him. Like, most managers have their squad of management underneath them that generally goes with them, or to a percentage, maybe not all, but they've got a team. So I don't know what the situation was there, whether his team all left with him, or some of them stayed, or they all stayed, but he'll definitely want to bring all his people back in.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I kind of not question, but see is the bit that will it work out is they've recruited for sellers. That
Yes.
that team has been, or the squad has been turned over quite a bit, and do they suit how Wilder wants to play? I'm not
Hamer's
so
still
sure.
there, right? Is it Hamer still there? Right? Hamer?
Who's that?
Is it Hamer? No, my team are a different team.
Oh, Harmer, Gustav Harmer.
Yeah, Harmer.
Yeah.
Sorry,
He's still there. He's still there. But I mean, they've turned over a lot of the defense. They've turned over a lot of the wide players, the front line. So I mean, yeah, there are still a lot of players left,
they got-
which are.
Tanganga's a good player. Came from Spurs. Tyler Binden's gone. No, Tyler Binden's there. Ben Mee's there. In the middle, Tahith Chong's there. Really, Tahith's there? How did he get there? I thought he was.
He's the perfect example of he won't play under Wilder because he's a winger. He's a forward-thinking winger. He doesn't play wingers. He's very much like Parky. Plays wing backs, 3 at the back.
Yeah.
So anyone who's a wide player that got signed, good luck getting a game.
Steve, thank you for that $5 super chat. Obviously, we need Bigfoot. What position are you going to play him, Steve? That's what I want to know.
Where is Palmer? Martin Duke. Palmer is crushing it down in League One or wherever the fuck he is. On that bombshell, how long do you give Ruben Amarant, guys?
Well, who do you replace him with?
Yeah,
you.
Who?
I don't care.
But who? Realistically, if they can find somebody decent to find and want the job, they'll get rid of him. But who wants that job? I mean, they'll find a bunch load. They'll find a bunch load of average managers that would take it, but obviously they won't want that. They'll want a top end manager.
Yeah, and to be honest, no one cares about United anyway.
Nobody does. Nobody.
Who'd
does.
follow them, Josh?
Yeah. I mean, it's terrible, isn't it? They're saying that Phil Jones was in there. Phil Jones was in the suite. Yeah, speaking of United, he was in the suite. So I brought that up that way.
So you think it was for the academy?
Maybe. I mean, it's not for the job of being manager. He can't, or even playing because he can't stay fit. He's 38 years old. He's not going to play. Maybe.
He's retired.
He collected so much. That guy was in the training. Was in the physio. He collected like 7 years of paychecks on like over like 150,000 pounds a week, just being injured. That guy, it's like he won the lottery. I know he probably wanted to play, but every time he went out and played, Phil Jones, he was injured, hands down. 33. He's 33.
Didn't Fergie get him a job at United? Because Fergie's always looked after him, hasn't he?
Yeah,
that's why he was kept around for so many years, because Fergie sort of liked him, and I swear that he was wasn't he given some sort of coaching role at United because on Fergie say so?
He might have done. I think his missus actually works for MUTV. Yeah, I think she works for MUTV. You're getting a full-throated local pundit today. It's a RingNRant. It's Ken's show. I just barged in.
No, I'm happy. No one else wanted to talk to me, guys. So I'm happy for you boys to drop in. Do I think we've provided good content? Yeah, So.
Should we play a game?
Oh, okay. Now I'm worried.
Yeah. Should we play a game?
What's your game?
Right now. Let's say last game of the season's May 26th, right? It's the last game. It's the last day of the season. We're doing the call-in show right now.
Yep.
Last game of the season.
Ooh. I think I know where this is going.
What's your reaction? Well, I'll do John's our guest first. What are you saying at the last game of the season right now in your head? You're calling in. We're doing a call-in show. RingNRant. What are you saying? For Birmingham City.
I'm probably saying, oh great, the playoffs again. I hate them.
My response to that will be, well, John, that's okay. You'll be watching them because you aren't in them. Well, I can't believe we survived relegation. We lost, but every other team below us lost. So thank God we've managed to finish in 21st position, and we've survived the playoff. We played a 5-3-2 or 3-5-2 all year, and it's really worked out well for us. We finished on 90. We finished on, what have we finished on? 21 points and survived relegation because 20 points we got relegated.
By the way, people are loving it too. Goodbye, Parky. Thank God we stayed up. You know, where
Do you think Parky? Do you think Parky's still your manager when you're doing the last show of the season?
Ooh, yes, I do. I do.
I'm
going to leave it there for now because I haven't got that good a crystal ball.
In my crystal ball, I have two balls. Two balls.
Glad to hear we've got that cleared up.
Do you want the? I think it all. I think it all depends on between now and Christmas. In my opinion, we do now and Christmas. I don't know. I think this is pressure. I think this is the first. I think it's real pressure right now. I really do. I really do. I think it's pressure right now. It's not Rob and Ryan, by the way. To you, Josh. Oh, hip karma. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I had to put that up. I just had to put that up.
I think the next I think we've all got is it 4 games before the next international break, which is the last. I think that's the last international break before. That's the one that usually sees a lot of managerial change around because that's the one that is the one that they can make changes before the January window. I think the next 4 games are, I won't say critical for him, but I think they're very key for him.
Very
I
key.
think I don't think he can afford to lose 3 out of 4, for example.
Well, Norwich is going to be an interesting one too. And I got to say this too. I think Rob and Ryan give Parky. They don't make football decisions. Who's making the football decisions?
Yeah, well, they pay the bills though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know I know that's the official line. They don't make, and they wouldn't. But within that, they said they give Parky the power to choose the team. So I guess by that logic, if the team fails, Parky fails.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they will. I'm just saying that just plays that out.
I say yes and no. I think there's going to be pressure. I don't know. Now that I think I'm allowed to flip flop a little bit here. I'm going to pull. I don't know. I'm questioning.
He's allowed. He's a man. He's allowed to change his mind.
I still think that the thing with Parky is until anyone knows what the ambitions are of the not necessarily the ownership, the people who make the football decisions at the club. Until you know exactly what their sort of ambitions are for this season, it's hard to judge. I mean, if at the start of the season they've given them the remit of saying, look, we're going to give you a war chest to replenish the squad with a championship squad, and essentially we want to be top 12, and if we can sneak a playoff run towards the end of the season, great, but it's not critical to the end goal. If that's the ambition, then he'll probably. He'll get. I would say he'd probably get the season. The only way he probably gets sacked is if you're staring relegation in the face and you're looking dreadful. If a top 6 finish was the right, we're going to spend 33 million. We want top 6 this football. Then I think he's under pressure.
Yeah, those are facts.
I think the first half of your statement then is pretty close to right on the money. I reckon. I'm thinking that's really close to right on the money. What you said then.
You can't just feign like, oh, we're just really great. We spent 30 million. Love them. Keep going. We're just getting our ass kicked. And granted, maybe we beat Norwich. Maybe we have a run with them.
Norwich.
Just
call them the Canaries. You'll be fine.
The Canaries. Maybe we beat the Canaries. You know what I mean? And we turn it around, but. I think it's really naive of us to think that this is not a business still. I really, and of course I want us to do. I'm not saying you guys, but I'm here. We are all here, by the way, to create talking points for all of it, the community, everybody. And it's not like if I feel strong about something, I'll say it. Ken will, John will, of course. But I think for the talking point, which is great conversation for the community, is like you can't, if you're, people earn their spots. I mean, yeah, I get it, but you have to think about like they just dropped 30 M's, and yes, the team has not been fully fitting on the pitch, and even Birmingham City, your manager might get under pressure at some point too,
Absolutely.
and it's no one's job. Someone was in the chat saying that Parkinson just signed a 5-year deal. No one's job is like guaranteed. You know what I mean? The only job that's guaranteed is, not even mine. Producer Ann will fire me tomorrow for sure. And maybe even Ken. I don't know. But I'm just saying no one's job is guaranteed. And when that comes, that makes it kind of, stagnant. That's all I'm saying.
I think
yeah, you go, John.
I was going to say, I think I get what you're saying, and I understand what people say about the 30 million, but I think you also have to have a degree of sort of.
We turn the squad over.
Yeah, you couldn't come up with the squad you had and compete. 33 million seems a lot of money, but you've had to replace a lot of starting 11 players with championship quality players. That takes time, and like you said, with injuries and stuff like that. And also, I would say if off the pitch, if the ambition is saying, right, we've spent 33 million, we expect a top 6 push. Well, I would say those are unrealistic ambitions because, yeah, you spent 33 million quid. Yes, you signed a lot of good first team players, but your squad is still not top 6 squad, And
take this on, guys. Sorry, Ken, I'm going to Bogart, but take that on. Like, are we just happy to be like, we could have won, but we lost? I said this yesterday on the show. It's like, I'm so happy to be here, guy, for the club. That's just me. But I don't know. What do you guys? I mean, that's just I'm
on board with Elizabeth there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to Josh's comment about anybody could be sacked. And Josh, you and I on that, we probably need to have a talk after this show, just so you know. And then
did you talk to Ann?
I'm just going to cover that one off now.
Have you talked to Annie? Did you talk to Annie before I did? Am I out?
No, it's not really good for me to say this live. I don't think HR's told me I need to take this offline. Okay.
I just want to make sure that's okay.
Okay. Well, now you're going to put some advertising up for the channel. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
But then also you were talking about it as a business, right? So, like any good business plan, you are going to have 1, 2, 5, 10-year goals, of where you want to be. And they've done that since they paid $2 million for this football club. The club's now worth, if you purely don't get me wrong, Rob and Ryan aren't looking to sell the club, in my opinion. I don't think they are. I'm not saying that, but they are looking to grow it, and continual growth. So you go, okay, well, this year we just want to avoid relegation, finish mid-table. Next year we want to make a push towards the playoffs. But within that, if you look at the bigger picture, 2027, we're going to have the COP ready to go. We're going to have a training academy underway to build underneath it. We're over here on the women's side of things. We're going to be in the Premier League by 2028, whatever that is. I don't know that. I don't know. I'm just plucking a number out of thin air there, but that will be a goal, and we're going to have an academy that fosters through players by the time we get to 2030 and going onward, that we're actually starting to produce some of our own talent. Now, all that planning and all that, and then how do we fund that? So, we need to have X amount of ticket sales. We need to have X amount of memberships. Welcome to Wrexham. Is it finite? Is it going to get to season 5 and run its race? What's our plan beyond that? Or does it run for 10 years? I mean, is it always sunny in Philadelphia and it just goes on? I don't think so. But, what's the difference then? Do we start up our own Wrexham TV channel? What's the plan? These guys.
Are we doing that right now?
Well, yeah, but these guys think like Rob and Ryan are thinking like this, and we're narrowed in here on a game of football and its squad. So when you talk about the business, that's what I see. Like I'm looking at a much bigger envelope of every aspect of what's happening.
Yeah. But that's how I think what Birmingham City is doing as well. Yeah. Right,
Elizabeth, we are no, we're not in the guys. I know I don't know everything about the female league. I agree with you there. I'll put my hand straight up there. We're in the top flight of the Welsh leagues, but that is not the top of women's football.
WSL is the women's football.
You know, that's not the top of women's football. You have to agree with me on that. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, John. Yeah. I mean, listen, we can't fight all fronts. You know. Yeah.
And we're not in the top of men's football either.
Not yet. We will be.
You know,
we will be.
For both men and female, Josh. Not yet.
Yeah. Who do you think will go up first? Birmingham City or Wrexham to the top?
Birmingham.
Yeah.
You think so?
And I'm not a Birmingham fan, and I'm going to say Birmingham.
Well, I mean, you're a bigger club. You're bigger club, sure, right?
Bigger clubs. That doesn't ever come into it, really. It's.
Structure-wise, I'm talking structure-wise.
I think if you would strip it all back, squad-wise and everything, we are probably a good couple of years ahead. And we have the.
I was going to say a year.
I still think your squad needs a lot to be consistent for the top end. So I just think I'd say we're probably a couple of years ahead in that regard, where we are fine-tuning and tweaking the squad. And squads always have an overhaul side of things.
We need depth.
Yeah.
We need depth. We need another, like, I still think we can make the playoffs with Parkinson involved.
Yes.
I think
Elizabeth, I see your comment there, and I take that on board. So understand.
Sorry, yeah. I like quality depth. You know, like Elliot Lee can't be there. Sorry, you know, for the depth wise, right?
Not for the not if your goal is to get to the Premier League.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that we're in a bigger transition than we even realize.
Well,
so, I mean, but so is Birmingham City. You know,
is Matt White right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing you've got to understand with the playoffs is you're essentially usually playing for one, maybe two spots. That's the realistic of it. Is you've got three teams that come down with parachute money, so there's three of the top 6 spots gone usually. You've got one playoff or usually one parachute team with like second year, left over. And it's not necessarily but the money; it's the squads, it's the strength of depth of squads of those. So you've got to have an equally strong squad to compete consistently over a 46-game period with those. And that's what's tough. Unfortunately, that's why a lot of clubs in this league, they have a very good starting 11, maybe 13, 14 players. But beyond that, that's where it starts to fall off. And in December and January, when the season's, and it's an absolute brutal league, like you said, if you're having to rely on Elliot Lee and McLean and stuff like that for 4 or 5 games, well, that's where unfortunately that's where it falls over. You're to coin a phrase, you want people like Ben Sheaf and O'Brien, quality on the bench as well as in the starting 11. So you don't get worse when players come off your bench. That's what you want to get to, which takes time.
I thought we had players on the bench that could change the game. I think Ken said it when he did the game day build-up yesterday for us, and you were at the game. I thought we had players that could change the game. You want players that can change the game on your bench, but also can impact the game from the start. I don't know what's wrong with Broadhead. I don't know.
But there was one big problem with that whole scenario, Josh.
Fine.
For those players to change the game, you've got to put them on the pitch.
He should have hooked back up. John, I dare you to go watch our first half of the game. I dare you.
Was it really that bad?
Oh
man.
Yes, Tom. Yes, it was.
Or just go watch my watch along. You see me. I almost threw the. Yeah.
Actually, don't do that. That's too painful.
Yeah.
But I do love this. And to that point, Mike Shane, teaser for season 17 of Welcome to Wrexham. Parky debates changing formation as Wrexham finishes mid-table champion.
Parky going to be 75 years old. Fuck it. It's going to be all this chat. Sorry, John. Sorry. This is going to be a long season, period, in the story. But I still am confident. Sorry, John.
I was going to say, I have to admit, I was a bit surprised. I mean, I could see you guys losing away at QPR. I didn't see you losing at home to QPR. That's a result which I kind of went, that shouldn't happen. If you know what I mean.
It was our worst performance of the season to date.
Which is a concern, I would say.
Okay, we had chances to win the game though. So I'm not being controversial. I'm just like, why, Ken? Like, why was it our worst performance? Like what?
Defensively, we were exposed. Like I said at the start, the first 10 to 15 minutes, we actually looked pretty good and looks like we had control. But the problem was, after that amount of time, QPR figured us out, ran around us, opened us up, and yes, Hip Karma, we did. We won away at Millwall, and we looked great there. And that's what made this weekend's game so hard to watch.
Should I add a caveat to that? Millwall haven't won at home this season.
No, and also too, they don't have anyone that can score goals. My friend's a Millwall fan. He's like, we huff and puff, but we never deliver.
But that's
which is Millwall.
Yeah, but they came up against titans of the league at home, like Wrexham, John.
Yeah. Well, I'm
going to kick myself off the show for that.
I know. Oh, jeez. Terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I think the thing is with this league, though, I think as everyone realizes that you've got to put your chances away. You say you missed a lot of chances. Teams at this level, just average mid-table teams like a QPR, will not miss those chances, and that's the real difference between League One and Championship. That every team in this division, if you give them the opportunity, they will hurt you.
Yeah, but 8 shots on target.
21 shots, so in general, right?
Yeah, 21 shots, but 8 on target. But I mean, and that's the other thing. Actually, when are we going to learn that you've got Kiefer Moore, you've got I'm going to get Max Cleworth, Cody. When we have corners, just take the bloody corner and kick it into the bloody front of the goal. They took 2 or 3 corners in a row. They just passed it out, and then nothing came of it. It's like you've got these big attackers that are good in the air, and I'm like, you got Lewis O'Brien, you've got Callum Doyle, these great guys who can cross the ball. Kick it in there.
I think if we, I hate to use the word fuck. Someone just every time I use the word gel or synergy, just kick me into Paul Mullins.
Anyway,
if we sorry, Ken, sorry, I apologize. If we figure this out, if we could figure out, get the right 11 on there, it's actually 18 in there, whatever it is, 19 on the bench too. I know we're going to be okay. It's very frustrating right now to see how that's going to happen because we have injuries. We're playing players that shouldn't be on the pitch, or at least starting, and it's very, very frustrating to watch. Very, very frustrating to watch.
But you're never going to be in a situation where you have your best team on the pitch. That's just realistic. You're always going to have 1, 2 players missing because of injury, suspensions. That's just football.
Yeah,
and I agree with you. You got to go, Ken. You got to go to work.
No, I'm just like I just go. I'm frustrated by that whole weekend of that weekend's match. I must admit that. It frustrated me, and I just think we're better than that.
Yeah.
And be better. I can handle losses.
Habs was talking about too much ball watching.
Yeah, well, I read that, and then I looked up at the stats, and I'm like, well, hang on. We had 61% of possession. QPR did a Wrexham on Wrexham.
Yeah,
literally,
they scored their chances,
and they took their chances, and they went forward, and we were exposed because once Macca gets into the attacking half of the field, it takes him 3 minutes to get back to the defensive half of the field, and then we're opened right up.
Yeah, but teams do that in this league. That's why I think I said on the show the other day, the first goal in this league is more critical than any other league because teams everyone you play against will be defensively organised and tough to break down. And as soon as you give them a goal lead, it's tough to score goals against everyone in this division.
I'll give a Parkinson team credit though, 100%, 100 Wrexham, like Parkinson, Wrexham, everything. I will never go away from this. We don't drop our heads. We don't. We keep fighting to the last minute. We might not go and win the game, but the team battles every single minute of the match. Which you guys know, people drop their heads, they down tools, which is what Sheffield United did. It's that I'm sorry, we do not drop our heads, and that is I think they respect the manager 100%, and then the guys on the pitch respect the badge, even if they're new to the club.
Yeah.
So, Josh needs just for men is 2 crystal balls. Jesus Christ! Oh my God. All right.
I think we're done.
That's it. You think we're done?
I'm done.
Season's done. Season's done. Yeah.
I'm done. I can't talk anymore about this. It's doing my head in.
I love it. All right. Well,
you boys got there's champ chat tomorrow. I don't think you can't make it tomorrow, can you, John?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, you can. Oh, good. Oh, good. So it's you, Paddy, and Aaron.
Believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken, what does the week look like?
Well, we have that tomorrow. Champ chat tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
You have 3 exceptionally intelligent people in the chat, and John, Aaron, and Paddy on the show. Then on Wednesday, that's Monday. I'm talking you guys' terms.
Talk reality. Don't talk Australia.
Yeah. The following day, we have a quick catch up on Mofile.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a special guest coming.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to come into the chat and say hello to him. He is a Port Vale supporter, and I'm very excited to have him on. And this is the antithesis, there you go, Karma, of what a football fan should be and what I want them to be going forward. Great man, and I can't wait to chat to him on that day.
Yeah, there you go.
And that'll be part of Josh might do another show. I don't know. Josh is off. Josh is going on holidays.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Fuck that. I'm going on I'm going down to Mexico for work, and bloody depressing show tonight. Tom Evans, let's get the win next week. Yes, let's get it up. Sorry, we'll do that. We'll try.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks,
Tom.
Yeah. I was going to say, you think it's depressing. Ask the Port Vale fan how his season's going if you want depressed.
Yep.
No, Robbie Williams supports.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
But we're going to be very supportive of this man. I'm excited to get him on the show. But anyway, so that's.
Can I just say, Robbie Williams is on my LA soccer team. We used to play together all the time. Good guy, by the way. Really good guy. Halftime cigarettes. Awesome. Like seriously, we'd be playing with him. Robbie Williams, Gordon Ramsay, and Max Beasley. And at halftime, Robbie Williams is puffing cigarettes. I'm like, dude, yeah, just hacking butts. This is like 10 years ago. Unbelievable. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Have you watched Bill Man, his movie?
Not yet. No, I have not.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Exactly
right, Steve Barton. Mexico for work, not likely.
No one goes to Mexico for work. Come on.
George.
Yeah. I will be doing shows from Mexico, 100%. I did put up a ton of shows. The boys gonna be doing a bunch of stuff. I'll be doing stuff. You'll see me in Mexico, in Cancun, actually. I'll be out of the escape room here for a couple days.
Yeah.
That's that.
So tomorrow, Champ Chat. Following day, we're going to do a bit of a catch up with a Port Vale fan and talk Mofile, and maybe we might have some other things I might be able to organise for them, but that's definitely happening. Then after that, I think the following day,
Pundits punts.
Pundits punts.
Yeah.
And then we do tactical fortitude.
Yeah.
And then we're basically back to the weekend, aren't we?
Yeah. Friday I fly home, so we'll figure that out. But yeah, it's a big week. Big week. John, it's a big week. Big week.
Well, yeah. I'm just looking forward to actually seeing my team play at home next weekend for a change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me a shout when you get the play out of the way. Okay. Let's do it.
They might hate us, but we don't hate them. And I'm looking forward to getting this guy on the show. He's a good guy. I've had a good chat to him. I had a couple of chats to him.
Yeah. Black Canvas says, I'm going to TJ. I'm not going to TJ. TJ's like 20 minutes away. Yeah. All good.
Can I ask a question? Why Port Vale fans hate Wrexham? I thought they only really hated Stoke.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have the one, John. I don't have that on my bingo card. Cool. No. All right. Well, Ken, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, look, it's been a pleasure having you on, John. And
Sean.
you like a little pause there?
He walked straight into that one.
I know. Well, it's a yes and show. It's a yes and show.
Yes, and yep, absolutely.
But I want to. Can I give a special shout out for you? Sorry, Ken. Special shout out. Somebody was a new member earlier. Where is it?
Very start. I did bring that right up at the beginning.
Did you?
Christina
McMahon.
Yeah, Christina McMahon.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for becoming a member. We really appreciate it. Obviously, Steve Barton, as always, $10 super chats all over the place. A couple of $5 super chats and a $2 super chat, which I think was absolutely very much appreciated, Steve. We appreciate all your support and your wigs. We think they're exceptional.
And everyone else's support and all the super chats everyone else does, and becoming members too. It's just don't rely on Steve Barton all the time. You know what I mean? That's all. Yeah.
That's right. He's keeping this show running. And so approximately this time tomorrow, like obviously when we started, will be Champ Chat. So enjoy the Champ Chat show tomorrow with the boys. Get on there and have a listen to all things championship. And I guess on that bombshell, we'll see you all again next time. So see you later, guys.